This photograph was shared by NASA back in 2004. It shows a spectacular light show that was captured by the polar spacecraft. It wasn't until people took a closer look at the image, however, that they noticed something strange. NASA said the following about the image on their website. The polar spacecraft saw the aurora australis, which is the southern lights expanding and brightening on November 8th. The Earth seems to move from top to bottom due to polar's orbit. A halo CME or coronal mass ejection occurs when a CME produces an expanding circle of particles all around the Sun. When observers see this, they know this CME is heading directly towards or away from the Earth. In this case, all were headed in our direction, bringing the auroral light show with them. The source of storms was a group of sunspots called Active Region 696. The area also produced powerful solar explosions called flares." End quote. When people saw the image though, they noticed a large black hole that could be seen in Antarctica. Now it's important to note that NASA doesn't agree with these sorts of theories, and have said that people are seeing things that aren't there, but it hasn't stopped people from sharing these images, and when first looking at them it does look like there's a large black hole in Antarctica, saying that perhaps this is one of the reasons why Antarctica is of interest. One person said the following: "I saw this image featured on an astronomy group. It was shared a while ago and a few people noticed this large hole. I showed it a few people and they agreed that it looked weird. I'm not saying this is anything and I don't want to put ideas out there, but it does look strange." End quote. There's others who have said that various holes can be found scattered across our planet, and that these lead directly into the Earth. Although some are not backed up by fact, there have been recently archaeological discoveries that back up this idea. In fact, it's been proven that humans have created and lived in these mysterious holes, with some of them going deep into the Earth. Digging into the planet isn't anything new, but as of right now, scientists and researchers have said that no humans have ever been found in Antarctica, and that they've never found any artifacts to suggest that humans have ever lived here. However, as mentioned by others, this is the current theory and it doesn't mean that in the future we won't find artifacts that could point to humans once being here. As of today, NASA hasn't commented on the photograph. Others though don't buy this idea, and have said this could be the auroras giving off the illusion that something's there. Interestingly, this photograph reminded many of the stories shared by Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Going back in 1947, Richard Byrd of the United States Navy would fly directly to the North Pole in a daring mission. It was during this trip that he said he entered the Earth, something that at the time confused many people. This second Earth, or inner Earth as it's been labelled, would suggest that there was an opening he was able to fly into, and that it must have been big enough for his plane to fit into. He not only said this, but also told of the incredible things he witnessed. He said that once inside the Earth he was able to see some incredible things, some of which included mountain ranges, wildlife, waterfalls and vegetation. The animals he witnessed though were different to our modern day animals, saying that they were much larger in size and looked prehistoric. He said he was able to see a creature that closely resembled that of a mammoth, and that it was hiding in the vegetation below. While flying above this interesting new world, he was able to find somewhere to land, after which he said he was greeted by flying machines. Once these crafts arrived, they then signaled him to follow them to another location. He described these machines as being much more advanced than his plane, and that piloting them were beings much more advanced than humans. Once they reached the location, the being said this land is called Agartha. After the long flight, the crew needed rest, and the beings were very happy to let them do this. Once rested, the team was taken to the inner world's ruler. However, they were told this wasn't a random meeting, and that they had been tracked the entire time. They allowed them to enter because they wanted to talk to the men about the United States atomic projects, saying that they needed to be stopped as no good is going to come from them. They further said they had been monitoring the nation, and decided that now would be the best time to make contact. This was in the hopes of making peace and moving forward to try and create a new and better world, one where such atomic weapons were not needed. The crew were honoured that the beings trusted them. After this incredible encounter, their lives would never be the same. Back in January 1956, Admiral Byrd once again travelled back to this region. This new crew was able to locate an entrance and so flew inside. It's said they were able to get a few thousand miles inside the inner Earth, where once again they encountered the crafts and the beings. As soon as the Admiral arrived back, the American press caught wind of the mission. However, nothing was released, and all information and evidence was eventually lost. The encounter wasn't told by anyone, and those who did mention it were silenced. Unfortunately, although this story is incredible, there's no way to back up the claims of what the men saw. It's an amazing story and one that will likely be told for the foreseeable future. So what do you make of this photograph taken by the polar spacecraft? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comments section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe for more videos.